Hi there, I'm Tatiana Mejia. I'm passionate about cooking and traveling. I found the perfect way to blend both passions by creating the very first gastronomic tourism agency in Latin America. Welcome to Bites and Sights, where we explore the world through its flavors, traditions, and local communities. Let's dive into the heart of gastronomic tourism, a delicious way to experience culture, connect with people, and truly get a taste of a place. Chile, a country that stretches out like a long side between the Pacific Ocean and the Andes Mountains. Today, I want to take you on a journey through this magical land, not just because of its breathtaking landscapes, but because of how those landscapes shape everything that ends up on your plate. Gastronomic tourism invites us to travel with all five senses, or honestly, however many senses you want to bring to the table. And in Chile, each one gets fired up in the most incredible way. I'm Tatiana Mejia, traveler, cook, and founder of the first gastronomic tourism agency in Latin America. Since then, I have been exploring places that tell a story through food, and Chile is exactly that, a story told through flavor, from the sea that wraps around it to the mountains that shelter it. So, why is Chilean food worth taking about? Because when we travel through food, or eat through travel, we're honoring the local flavor. In Chile, that flavor shines through a freshly harvested sea urchin straight from the coast, the smoky tenders of a whole lamb slow roasted in Patagonia, or the elegance of a macha a la parmesana served seaside. Each dish reflects centuries of indigenous wisdom, like that of the Mapuche or the Rapa Nui, layered with influence from immigrants like the Germans in the Lake region or Mediterranean shelters in the north. These are living stories, slow cooked, often hidden from the typical tourist trail. Talking about Chilean cuisine means shining a light on local traits, preserving traditions, and supporting sustainable food practices that keep entire communities going. Chile's geographies doesn't just shape the land, it shapes the people, their pace, their identity, and their food. From the Atacama Desert with solar cooking and a star-filled sky to Patagonia, where the sea feeds and women once caught themselves in sea. Lion, fat to dive for food. Yes, you heard right. Like woman penguins. It's like the kind of a story that reminds us how deep the bond is between nature and food. So I invite you to think about a new way to travel, one that embraces the authentic, the local, the flavorful, and the transformative. Gastronomic tourism isn't just about eating, it's about remembering, connecting cultures, honoring the ancestral, and recognizing that every ingredient has a story worth sharing. This episode is a tribute to all of that, the diversity of Chilean flavors, its fishing coves, its eco-friendly vineyards, its iconic pisco, with which, by the way, isn't just for pisco sours. You can pair it with olives, dried meat, even a 70% dark chocolate, or turn into a terremoto, yep, that cocktail, earthquake, by name, earthquake by nature. So, to the hands that fish harvest, grow, and transform, this is for you because Chile is eating poetry, the kind Neruda and Mistral wrote about. Stick with me and let's ride the flavor-packed journey from the ocean deeps to the peaks of the Andes. When I think about Chile, the very first thing that pops into my mind is that comforting home-like feeling I got the first time I landed in Santiago. Ironically, wasn't even planning to go there. I was heading to the US with my dad, but fate had another plans and left me solo in Chile. And in that moment, I realized travel also chooses you. That was the start of a deep, almost visceral love for this country. Chile isn't just a strip of land tucked between the ocean and the mountains. It's an edible landscape. It's the taste of locos con mayo, the smokiness of lamb al palo in Patagonia, the sweetness of mote con huesillo on a warm afternoon in downtown Santiago. And yes, it's even the poetry of Neruda served alongside a corn pie. Chile's food is vertical, shaped by geography, elevation, and environment. Eating on the coast is a completely different story than dining in the highlands or valley. Every region has its own flavor profile, shaped by its climate, its ingredients, and its past. In the north, I experienced solar cooking and the clearest night skies I have ever seen. In San Pedro de Atacama, I even took a shower under the stars. That connection to the earth, it felt spiritual. The sun there doesn't just warm your skin, it cooks your food. And the ancient wisdom, it survives because communities have adapted to the world's driest desert. In the south, I stumbled across stunning lakes and German-influenced cooking in Puerto Varas and Puerto Montt. That's where I had ayuya with avocado. Pure heaven. And in case you're wondering, ayuya is like a baguette-style roll, and Chileans call avocado palta. Let's keep going. Chile is also home to the largest marine pantry in South America. So yeah, Chile is sea. One of my favorite things to do is visit caletas, fishing coves. Every sea creature has its season, its ritual, its prep. Picoroco, pure, sea urchins, machas, and of course, locos. These were my first real bites of Chilean cuisine, and it still move me. Whether they are in a carbonada or served the classic way, chilled with mayo, they are always a treat. One of my biggest passions through As Tu Viaje Gourmet is promoting caleta tourism. That's where the real magic happens, when the fisherman cooks up the things that he just pulled from the sea and tells you about the tides while doing it. That freshness, that connection, wow, it's priceless. Now, hey, a podcast without reading and music recommendation? No way. That's the thing. Today, theme is poetry, because Chile is poetry. So here's your book recommendation. Eat with Your Eyes, a Chilean poetic cookbook. It's another anthology that mixes traditional recipes with poems from Neruda and Mistral. Like Neruda said, wine opened doors with wonder and signs beneath the shelter of time. And speaking of wine, Chile is a wine lover's paradise. I have worked with local vineyards to explore sustainability and the circular economy. Of course, everyone knows the Carmenere grape, but don't sleep on the older varieties like País, and garnacha. You'll find some wild flavors in there. Also, you must try some of the wine-based cocktails. They are wonderful. Dajote, red wine with Coca-Cola. Don't judge me, it's delicious. Or the navegado, warm wine with orange and cinnamon, perfect for chilly nights. And then there's the kind of cocktail I love from Chile, the terremoto, named after the quakes. And yes, that's what your legs feel like after 2 or 3. Don't try a 4th. Well, let's move on to Chile's other iconic drink, pisco. I remember doing a tasting at 9 a.m. in the Elqui Valley, pairing it with olives, dried meat, that is charqui, and 70% dark chocolate. At 9 a.m. in the morning, I didn't see that coming. But hey, it was love at first sip. Pisco, in all its forms, is just amazing. From the classic pisco sour with herbs or fruit to the casual piscola, pisco with Coca-Cola, to aged double distilled versions. You can even flame machas a la parmesana with pisco for a next level dish. Trust me. When in Chile, try the wine, the pisco, and the flavors they stand for. Here's a fun little story. No one believes it until I show a picture. On one of my trips through Patagonia, I was on my way to the airport when I hit the most unexpected traffic jam. Ships. Yeah, a ship traffic jam. I watched them go by, took pictures, enjoyed the moment, and missed my flight. No way. No one believed me until I showed them all the ships' selfies. But hey, it was worth it because the delay let me do the best centolla magellanica, king crab, I have ever had. That's Chile for you. Unpredictable, unforgettable. And for music lovers, here's a song recommendation. Valparaíso by Osvaldo Rodriguez. It captured the coastal, poetic, nostalgic vibe of walking through the hills, passing murals, seafood joints, and bohemian corners. Let it transport you. Now let's talk about something that matters deeply to me, ancestral flavors and indigenous communities. The Mapuche have given us ingredients like merquén, a smoky, spicy seasoning that level up any dish. One of my favorite combos, asado de tira with merquén, or even a pisco sour al merquén. Wow, it's pure flavor explosion. In Patagonia, I learned about women who used to coat themselves in sea lion fat and dive into freezing waters to gather food, just like penguins. One of those stories reminds me of a legendary figure named Mecha, a fierce sea lion hunter, healer, and warrior. The oil is still used today for its healing properties, and a story I heard firsthand from fishermen in Los Vilos while eating an unforgettable carbonada de locos. What an unforgettable moment. And of course, on Rapa Nui, you can taste the island soul in foods like taro, sweet potato, and fish cooked in an umu pie and underground oven. Oh, and before I forget, Chilean cherries, the best I have ever tasted. I buy a bag on my way to the airport and always finish them before customs, just in case. Well, I know I gotta finish the whole bag. US cherries come second, but Chile's win my heart every time. And by the way, in Chile, when a dish is called a lo pobre, don't be fooled. It means it's super generous. That's delicious irony. So Chilean. Now, for our last pairing, a Calafate Austral beer. Whoa. Brewed in Patagonia with a completo. What's a completo? Do you know what's a completo? Chile's ultimate street food, a hot dog loaded with avocado, mayo, and tomato. Trust me, one bite of that and you'll understand the magic. And that brings us to the end of this flavorful journey through Chile, a country whose cuisine is as long and rich as its geography. Today, we travel through its taste, from fishing cups to mountain peaks, from sipping pisco paired with chocolate in the Elqui Valley to digging into Centolla magallanica, king crab, at the end of the world. We heard the stories of women diving into freezing seas, of indigenous communities like the Mapuche and the Rapanui, who have shaped Chile's culinary soul, and we soaked up the poetry that lives in every bite, every sip, and every dish with heart. Gastronomic tourism isn't just about food, it's about connection, respect, and tasting with intention. Because what started as an unexpected trip ended up changing my life. Chile didn't just open its kitchens and vineyards to me, it opened my heart. If this episode inspires you, move you, or made you hungry for more, hit that subscribe button, leave me a review, or share it with someone who dreams of traveling through taste. You can follow me on Instagram at @astuviajegourmet and tell me what flavors of Chile you'd love to try, or send me a food story worth telling. This space is for all of us. Next up, we'll keep exploring Latin American kitchens, from Afro-Colombian flavors to ancestral ferments, and the rural stoves that are saving entire culinary traditions. Thanks for listening, for opening your heart, and for joining this journey where every flavor is a memory. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next one. And if you think this content might inspire another foodie or conscious traveler, go ahead, share it, leave a comment, spread the flavor. Remember, every trip, every bite is a chance to connect more deeply with the world around you. So wherever you are, keep exploring, keep tasting, keep discovering. Because in the end, the best way to truly know a place is to eat it. Catch you on the next episode. Until then, keep traveling with an open heart and an open and even a more open palate. See you soon.